Yo, what is up guys, Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So Naoya Inoue moves to 27-0 with 24 knockouts by defending his super bantamweight undisputed crown against Nery. In doing so, he knocked out Nery in the 6th round. Quite frankly, this was an assault. Nery came in with ambition, with a lot of talk, a lot of confidence. And prior to this fight in the media, he was listing Inoue's flaws. How he opens up and squares up, how he drops his hand when he's throwing a power shot. So when he throws a power shot with his left, he'll drop his right hand and vice versa. You know, Nery identified the weaknesses in Inoue's game. And to his credit, round one, he went out to exploit them, and that's what he did. Started round one very well. Inoue started with, by measuring Nery. He was firing the jab, and he was, trying to fire the straight right hand, primarily to the body. But Inoue was taking a look at Nery. Nery, on the other hand, coming out with that southpaw stance, was trying to attack in flurries. He would try to rush Naoya Inoue, but he found success when he punched with Inoue. Inoue tried to throw a left uppercut. He squared himself up. He dropped his right hand, and Nery countered with a hook, bang on the chin. It drops Naoya Inoue, and it was a decent shot by Nery. Nery, after that, went after Inoue and landed some more shots. Inoue looked a little buzzed, but not too badly hurt, but he definitely felt the shot. And interestingly, a real interesting stat. That was the first round of the previous 47 where Inoue has been outlanded in a round. That's a pretty remarkable stat, but it goes to show how well Nery started. And at that point in time, this fight taking place in the Tokyo Dome, he was wondering, are we going to see another big upset like Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas all those years ago? However, from how it appeared, that knockdown seemed to embarrass Inoue, seemed to piss him off, because after the first round, Naoya Inoue put down a savage, cruel beating on Nery. Nery isn't everyone's cup of tea due to previous antics in Japan. When he beat Yamanaka twice, second time he failed the weight, first time he tested positive for a banned substance. So, Nery isn't the most liked fighter out there, but I'll give him his credit. He showed a lot of toughness in this fight and a lot of ambition. Regardless, after the first round, Naoya Inoue makes a couple of adjustments. He starts to use his jab more and measure the distance. Also, he was finding success. He realised he found success by leading with his straight right hand against the southpaw Nery. Nery was moving to his left, so he was always moving into the lead right hand of Inoue, and Inoue was landing that shot throughout this fight. Nery just couldn't adjust to that shot, and even when he was trying to protect himself, he was holding his guard too low, so the right hand was basically penetrating the guard and landing. But he was starting to chop down Nery in round two. Nery went in for like a sneak attack, like an ambush type of attack, but he came in with his hands down, and Inoue then countered him with a short check left hook. Didn't hurt Nery, but it knocked him off balance, and it was a knockdown. After round two, Naoya Inoue really continued to dominate this fight. I actually think Nery dropping Inoue so early may have been a bad thing for him, because he got that knockdown by waiting and then punching with Inoue, waiting for the opening. And I felt after that first round he was waiting too much to land a perfect shot, and he was trying to fire off the left hook and time Inoue coming in, or time him when he was punching, but the shot never came. And as a result, Nery wasn't working that much. He wasn't throwing too many punches, and Inoue was just chopping him down. He was getting the jab going. He was firing the straight right to the body. The 1-2 to the head followed by the left hook to the body was a combination that was working for Inoue. And you could see round by round, Inoue was just going through the gears. Nery was taking some monster shots. His face was marking up. Occasionally he'd fire back and, as you would expect from a Mexican fighter, he'd try and get on Inoue's chest and fire away. Landed a few body shots here and there, but nothing was affecting Inoue. Round 5, and Lewis Nery said, fuck it, I'm going to sell out. And he pressured Inoue and actually landed some shots. Inoue backed up to the ropes, guard up, and Nery was kind of leaning into him, trying to fire away. Inoue ducked under and came back over with a very short left hook as his back was resting against the ropes, and it dropped Lewis Nery. A lovely short left hand that drops Nery. Nery, though, once again beats the count, and to Nery's credit, he tries to slug it out with Inoue, but Inoue lands some head-snapping right hands that, ordinarily would have dropped many fighters. He gets his way through round 5, though, Lewis Nery. Round 6, however, was where the fight ended. Inoue just regained where he left off. He didn't allow Nery back into the fight, and he was just going through the gears, like I said, snapping the head back with the jab, the straight right, going to the body with the straight right, and really, you could tell in round 6 that Nery was done. He was on unsteady legs, by getting caught with the right hand. Inoue then backed up Nery to the ropes, and he uncorked a lovely combination that culminated in a short right hand. Didn't even look like the right hand had too much power on it, to be honest, but the technique is so precise, so lovely, how he turns the knuckles over. It drops Nery hard, and his neck snaps back on the middle rope. And yeah, he was done. He tried his best to get up, but the referee waved it off, rightly so. Very good performance by Inoue, barring the first round. One of his flaws got exploited against Nery early on. Inoue got careless and he paid. However, after that he adjusted and he put on a show. And that's the mark of a great fighter, of course. When you do suffer adversity, you come back, you adjust, and you dominate. That's exactly what he did. We've seen him do it before against Nery in their first fight. So Inoue is not a flat-track bully like a lot of punchers. You can have success against this guy. You can drop him, as we saw here. You can break his jaw. But that's not going to deter him. And that is what I find most impressive about Inoue, because, like I was saying, with many punchers, there's almost an air of vulnerability and maybe even weakness. As to what I mean is, when they get hurt or when they go through something bad, they tend to crumble. Inoue's not that guy, which makes him an even harder fighter to beat. But he retains his super bantamweight undisputed crown. We'll see where he goes next. He's talking about Sam Goodman, who is an Australian fighter. Sam Goodman is a tough guy, got a couple of good wins recently. But I don't expect Sam Goodman to really trouble Inoue. For me, the most dangerous fighter for Inoue at Super Bantam is MJ Akhmadaliev. And for the reasons, as we saw in this fight, because Akhmadaliev is a guy who can punch with you, like Nery is, but he does it with more power, in my opinion, more explosiveness, and more speed. So stylistically, I believe Akhmadaliev is the most dangerous for Inoue at Super Bantam. That's the fight I want to see, personally. But Sam Goodman is a tough fighter, unbeaten. Like I said, coming off some good wins. So it looks like Sam Goodman is next. But we shall see. A good fight, though. An entertaining fight. Inoue looked good, barring the first round. Anyway, share your thoughts below. Beanie Guy Del Boy. Peace.